Kevin Davis here. I'm going to do a quick review of the NASB 2020 from Holman. I have a blog post on this, and it's going to be infinitely better than my video, but I thought there is a little bit of the video crowd that might want to see this. So this is the NASB 2020 Holman. A few things that I like already is I like that it just says NASB. I think even on some of the boxes for lots of, and even on some of the Bibles from Lockman or Thomas Nelson, no, Zondervan, we'll have the 2020 there just to distinguish it. But hey, you know, like any other translation that updates, it's just the NASB. It's New American Standard Bible, Holman. And this is their genuine letter. I don't have the box with me right now. I'll leave a link in the show notes. But here it is. I have the black genuine leather. Mine is not indexed, as you can probably see. Take a pause if you want the ISBN for any of those. Notice it's printed in China. 2022. There it is, New American Standard Bible. Now, I did mention this in my blog post. Holman actually did the New American Standard in 1977. This is a Bible, I believe, printed in 1985. Ultra thin, obviously. Notice the change of thickness. Also, you can note the gold on both of these Bibles. And this is what the inside page looks like on this one. And back in the 80s, Holman printed in the United States of America. As you can see, this is a premium bonded leather, but that's just for comparison. I'm extremely pleased with this one. It's just a pleasure to hold and feel. Leather is good. I love the font in it. Double column. You can see the titles. So for example, this is a CSB 2018 single column personal size, one of my favorite. And just to get a feel, as I said, this is single column. So you can kind of see, it almost looks like this font is maybe even a bit bolder. The text feels a little bit more of a bold print than the text in the CSB single column. But I have owned a Zondervan large print ultra thin, or I guess it's thin line from Zondervan, and their comfort print font for that NASB is just not doing it for me, and I talk a little bit more about that in the blog post, which I will leave a link for. As you can see, it is red letter, and it's a bit of a darker red. Not as dark as I've seen some, but it's also not like pink. I'm just interested in see if this old, yep, this one was also red letter back in the 80s for the New American Standards, 1977. So, as you can see, Bibles are doing this more where you just have the chapter up here, not the chapter and verse for the first verse on the page. Page in the middle. Something I didn't cover in the blog, I forgot, is there is a nice concordance back here. Only one of these ribbons. But nice concordance. Topical index, excuse me. And the Holman maps, I believe, are back here, yep. You get a map of Paul's missionary journeys. Actually, I guess I should start at the front. You get a map of migration of Abraham. The route of the Exodus. I guess the tribal allotments of Judah. The kingdoms of Israel and Judah. Israel in the time of Jesus. The ministry of Jesus around the Sea of Galilee. The Passion Week in Jerusalem. And then Paul's missionary journeys. So you get that concordance, you get the map, the topical index. And then at the front, it's just going to be the foreword, the preface, the explanation of general format abbreviations and special markings, and then you go into the Bible. So unlike some of Holman, there isn't a where to turn thing, there isn't a promises of the Bible, there isn't a Bible reading plan. But in terms of New American Standard, I've yet to own an actual Walkman New American Standard 2020. I don't know if I'm that committed to the translation yet, but between the Zondervan and the Holman, I can tell you I just prefer the Holman. I do know the Zondervan, I don't think it had any maps. So, there's my quick review. It's meant to be a supplement to my blog post, so take a look at my blog post if you want to dive in. There's more pictures up close of the text. Everything that you're used to with the New American Standard, Old Testament in all caps, deity caps. It is brothers and sisters, but notice the and sisters is italics. And that's the translators telling you that these words are inserted by the translators to add clarity to a word. Yeah, it's a good Bible. It's definitely worth its money. You can get it on Lifeway, Amazon, Christian Book. Yeah. Thanks for watching.